Hello and welcome to our presentation. This video presentation will focus on research conducted about Haaga-Helia International Business Students' Mandatory Specialization Work Placement. The research wanted to gather information on how students find the process of looking for a work placement and identify any common problems. On the agenda, we have purpose of the research question and investigative questions, the data collection methods, key findings, and in the end, results and recommendations. This research was conducted because of the personal difficulties in job hunting process the research team had experienced themselves and heard about from fellow classmates. The main goal was to identify the key factors affecting the employability of students before they finish their studies. We wanted to map out the current support system that the school offers and if it's actually found useful by the students, as well as offer areas of improvement. The specialization work placement is a mandatory part of the International Business BBA, so it is important to ensure the process goes as smoothly as possible and the student's graduation won't be postponed due to difficulties in finding a work placement. This is why the research aimed to identify the key difficulties in the process, as well as the factors that can affect a student finding an internship. The process began by mapping out an issue tree to identify common themes. These themes later defined our research question. What are the factors affecting GLOBBA students finding a specialization work placement in Finland? Our investigative questions are as follows. IQ 1, what are the key competencies of a qualified trainee candidate? IQ 2, what are the key issues in the process of finding a work placement? IQ 3, what are the school's supporting actions in finding a work placement? And IQ 4, how well does competencies of students match the requirements of hiring companies? The research was conducted in two phases. The first phase consisted of a quantitative research focusing on second and third year GLOBBA students in Haaga-Helia. Our data was collected through an online survey. Due to difficulties in gathering enough respondents and getting a proper sample, around 30% of the answers were gathered with physical survey forms. The data was analyzed in SPSS and word mining was done in Weberpool by using their analysis tools. The second phase of qualitative research was done through interviews. We interviewed 4 companies who hire trainees regularly and asked them about their recruitment processes and about their ideal candidates. The answers were compared in an Excel by topic that were determined by their IQs. Now we will discuss the key findings in a quantitative research done in a phase 1. First, we wanted to gather information on the competencies of the students that are looking for a trainee position. We determined that almost all of the respondents were fluent in English, but only 44% were fluent in Finnish. On the job front, there was a variety of experience levels between respondents. We found out that 70% of the respondents have no experience in their field of specialization. On average, respondents have 1.5 years of experience in the specialization field and 3 years experience in other fields. However, around 70% of the respondents have no experience in their field of specialization, while only 13% have 1 or more years of experience in their field. This is not unpredictable because it is quite challenging for students to gather experience in their field while studying. Next, we wanted to find out what are the students doing to get hired. 60% of the participants apply for less than 10 jobs and others apply 11 or more. However, half of the respondents only got 1 interview or none. Comparing Finnish skill and the status of work placement, 75% of the respondents who have completed their work placement are fluent in Finnish. We also found out that 60% of the students that are fluent in Finnish reported not facing any problems in finding work placement. However, out of the non-Finnish speaking students, 66% had some troubles getting hired. The words Finnish and language appeared in 24 of the responses. Furthermore, the lack of Finnish skills were identified as the largest issue in finding employment. The word experience was mentioned by 9 people. Additionally, the lack of positions in the saturated job market was the third most common issue based on the answers. The school support plays a part in finding employment, but has value to only some of the respondents. This graph presents the use of each supporting function used by the students. "34 of the survey respondents did not use any of the Haaga-Helia support functions. The most important functions chosen by the students were GLOBBA, a job hunting portal, and the job fairs arranged in the school premises. The expertise of Haaga-Helia's career counselors and work placement coordinators were barely used among the respondents. The Phase 2 qualitative research was conducted by interviewing 4 different companies. This was to gain insight from the employer's perspective. What are they looking for in a candidate? How do they conduct recruitment? And what are the issues they are facing when hiring students? The key findings of the qualitative research were importance of candidates' language skills and large number of candidates. All the interviewed companies require excellent knowledge in English, and most of them require high Finnish skills as well. It is also important for the companies to hire motivated trainees with good teamwork skills and enthusiastic attitude. Surprisingly, work experience was not very important in the interviewed companies. Basic work-life skills and genuine interest to develop as an industry professional were qualities that were much more important. However, a lot of these basic work-life skills are often acquired when having previous work experience, which could potentially affect the employability of candidates. All the companies reported that the number of applicants massively outnumber the available openings, and the competition is high in most places. So off to conclusions and recommendations. International students face the biggest issues of finding specialization work placements. By offering an international program, Haaga-Helia should also take more ownership in finding ways to assist international students in finding work placements with no Finnish skills needed. International students have to complete mandatory Finnish courses in school, but the content is not advanced enough for the students to gain employment in the Finnish job market. The saturated market of applicants for business-related industries was seen as a barrier for finding specialization work placement. The companies reported they receive high number of applications per position, which validates the existence of this barrier. This could get some help by Haaga-Helia collaborating with their partner companies. By having a partnership agreeing that the partner companies would hire a certain amount of interns yearly from Haaga-Helia specifically. This will not only increase the percentages of students gaining work placements, but it will also benefit Haaga-Helia. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it. Please see more information in our report. Thank you very much.